Hello, everybody. Cedric Ginger here. We are doing CRWC, and this will be AEW Rampage. And I don't know how many of these we're going to do because Rampage, not only is it a letdown, not only is it just not even coherent, but it seems that, it is one of the lower viewed things that we review. Rampage and Collision are the lowest ones, but I don't know. Collision might have hope. We'll have to see. And it's not about the views. It's about if it's interesting to us, we want to talk about it. So let's go ahead and get this because, this. So it starts off with Best Friends and the Hardys versus Jake Hager, Daniel Garcia, Matt Menard, and Angelo Parker, which are all, I don't know. I guess they're still the JAS or something.
They're formerly the JAS. I don't know what they call themselves now. If they renamed themselves, I don't remember.
Yeah.
But they surely haven't visually rebranded themselves. And that's part of the problem.
And I think they're starting that at this event.
Yeah.
They're starting to rebrand themselves. During a pin, Jeff dives with a double axe handle to break it up, but he clubs his brother in the face.
But Matt just kind of rolled with it.
Yeah, you can see that look of, oh, shit.
That I say, I'm sure it's not the first time Jeff has clubbed Matt in the face.
Yep. Jeff and Daniel Garcia had a dance off.
They had a pelvis off.
Yep. Garcia catches the twist of fate, then the dude buster, and then the swanton to the lower body. Jeff not landing for a shoot this time. Jeff pinned Garcia. And Cedric took notice how Jeff altered his trajectory just as he jumped.
Yeah, instead of landing fully on his body like he's been doing since he got back to AEW, he altered and went slightly to the left where he landed on his legs, and he didn't land his whole upper body on it either. It was closer to where he used to do it when he was younger, so it looked safer. It didn't look as painful as they have in recent months.
Yep. Brother Zay's on the outside wearing this big fur stuff, and Anna Jay got knocked off the apron or something, and I guess that was a thing, but it happened.
Because she got knocked off. Garcia hit one of the other former JAS, and then they hit Anna Jay.
And I'm like, and it's just Brother Zay was like mugging in the camera, like, ooh, you see that? Ooh, and I'm sitting here like, man, can we move on? I'm like, it's a thing that happened. Can we move on?
I don't know. Things that happen is what leads to internal BS.
If you're going to have a reaction like that, it needs to be when they thought it was all, simpatico and just all on one side with no issues, or there is like, okay, she's there, her quote unquote partner, man, or whatnot would be there. And then that happens, and then you mug for the camera because then it's like, oh, what's going to come of this? Somebody's going to be mad. But for this, it's like, well, she fell and no one cares. Let's move on.
No, they were caring. They were all around her like, oh, no.
I didn't even notice that.
All of them.
Oh, okay, cool.
But more to the point, wouldn't you say that Brother Zay is the epitome of overreacting?
Yeah.
So there you go. You're gonna do something stupid.
Yeah. So after that, we got Eddie Kingston talking to Renee in the back. Jeff Jarrett's people come in. Sanjay wants to know if Eddie will defend the Ring of Honor title against Jay Lethal. Eddie says he will when Jay Lethal proves himself by being serious and not a part of the clown party he's associated himself with. And it's like, ooh, and then Stokely's in there and he whispers something to Sanjay after most have left. Sanjay's like, oh yeah, that sounds good. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you said nothing. You probably just said react crazily or something. So, because it was too quick. Let me tell you something. Lean in. Ooh, it was that quick. Mm-hmm. I'm like, all you can say is react. You ain't got time to hash out a, title shot, man. That's too long right there.
Title shot for what? What title? Who? When? What?
So then after that, we got a small vignette commercial of Danhausen supposed to be coming back, very good, very evil, yada yada. And I'm like, he wasn't used well while he was there. He was over. The fans loved him, and they was like, "No." They wouldn't let him win. They made use of the mid-card comedy act at best. They did other stuff. Anything that Danhausen did with anyone else, the fans loved it. And then they let Danhausen get beat and beat and beat. And you could hear it. The fans started losing steam because Danhausen wasn't winning. Mm-hmm. But yet, Orange Cassidy could win. Yeah. Okay. Right. So next we get Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta versus Levi Shapiro and Wise Guy Ruiz. And they look like they dad says it's time to go to the woodshed, boys. Yeah. And they're like, man, damn, man. Oh, man, I don't want to get beaten again. It's like, come on. And that's how they looked. But it was a match, squash match. BCC won with a rocket launcher and pin. It wasn't like the traditional rocket launcher, but it was like the iconoclastic throw or something like that. But
at least Claudio got to come out to his own music.
Yeah, instead of somebody else's. So that's a good thing there.
But he had to come out to his own music in a match that didn't matter.
Yeah. Yep. Then we get the former JAS people. They're pissed off with Danny Garcia for his dancing. We would have won if you weren't dancing with that stupid stuff. And
he was like, hey, man, all I know is that I was wrestling, and then I was wrestling alone. They was like, say what? And then, D'Angelo?
No, Angelo Parker.
Angelo, there we go. He's the one that said, you know what? This is all BS. So to be together and show we're a team. We failed. Let's not fail no more.
Yep. And when he spoke, I was like, okay, who's the man showed up? I had to look at the screen again. I was like, oh, it's him.
The children were squabbling. You had to pull out your belt.
Parker, I'm telling you, there's something there. They ain't gonna use him right. Like I'm saying, make a junior division, make him almost the head of it. If they had a straight up junior division for people his size and whatnot, then you got something. That's when you can have these are all your juniors. And yeah, the Young Bucks would be there.
They be everybody, just about everybody. 90% of the roster would be juniors.
But it'd be a clear thing. And at that point, you'd be like, wait a minute, they're all juniors. I got to get some heavyweights. And the juniors would literally, I would make the weight limit 220 and under. That's what I would do. And the heavyweights 221 and up.
That's not going to happen because Tony Khan don't like heavyweights.
I get you. I get it. I'm just letting you know what I would do.
I know.
So now we get this 4-way match: Penta of Zero Fear versus Johnny TV versus Commander versus Lince Dorado, and the winner gets a shot for the Ring of Honor title against Eddie Kingston. Commander wins with a tightrope walk Scorpio splash on Lince. He could have just swan dived and did it. He had to wait all that time, walk across and do it. I'm like, dude, if I was wrestling and this was a serious situation and I saw you get up there, I would have time to roll out the way. I get my knees up. I'm like, nah, you done gave me so much ample time to recover. You about to get messed up. Get the knees up, roll out the way, something. I get it's a job. They got to do what the boss say. I get that. It's just some things are so ridiculous. That's why wrestlers back in the day, they go into business for themselves and it'll mess up the plans. But it's kind of like, what choice did they have? You weren't going to have them there look stupid. It's just certain things like that. So after this, we get a match. Not a match, but it's a promo. Ortiz with a great promo about Santana being a scared kid still crying in the stairwell from a fight that he started. He says Karma took one knee from Santana, and Ortiz says he's going to take the other one.
I'm not going to do this feud any justice. That's what sucks.
Yep, they're going to get in the ring. They're going to wrestle. They're going to do stuff that don't make any sense. It's not going to flow well. And there's going to be a bunch of finishers that's used as transitional moves. And then Santana's going to win. Underhanded moves or not, he's going to win. Ortiz won't have a comeback. There won't be anything from it. And it'll just, whatever happens after that with them.
Ortiz the one is in the hat, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. But that's what's going to happen. So we get to the main event. Marina Shafir and Nyla Rose versus Hikaru Shida and Chris Statlander, the Turner Broadcasting System's champion. Shafir takes off her shoes and socks and throws her socks into the crowd. That's gross.
It is.
And you'd be like, well, she washed her feet and whatnot. I'm going to tell y'all this. These wrestlers walk around on the floor. You think she put them socks on and, like, oh, my feet are clean. I washed them really well. I got out. I walked only on the clean areas. I dried them, put my socks on, put my shoes on without my socks ever touching the floor. Hell no. I guarantee you she ain't that meticulous. I mean, I am. That's just me. But people in general, no, they ain't trying to protect their feet. They're like, look, I'm just walking here. I'm walking here. And no, man, if she hit me with them nasty ass socks, we gonna have to talk. I'm getting some money out of this. You ain't gonna just beat me in the head with some nasty ass flow socks from somewhere I don't know.
As I said, not everybody feels that way.
No,
What does that mean?
There's some things I can't even get behind. It's like some people into that. I'm like, they into it until they realize, damn. And then eventually, after the newness wear off of getting it, they'd be like, I just got some damn socks.
Well, they've already used the sock well by now. It's probably all crusted over. They're just gonna throw it out.
Let's move on. So Shida pinned Shafir after a DDT and pin. And so, literally, the enhancement wrestlers were used as enhancement wrestlers in the main event.
I am so sick of seeing Shida wrestle. I'm so sick. Wrestlers, they do the same thing. But at least allow what you do to be somewhat enjoyable. I'm so tired of watching Shida.
She doesn't offer anything.
I'm so tired of watching Shida.
I understand that this is not the 90s. The early to mid 90s. I get it. It's not the mid to late 80s. I get it. But those women would eat this woman alive from New Japan. Well, not New Japan, but from Gaia and all of those.
And then Marina Shafir said, describe. Damn, they're afraid to say your name. Describe.
Yeah, on Discord. In another channel, so I'm trying to use my game name and use her game name. She keep calling my name because I don't know why. I know you talking to me.
That is how I speak to you, man. I've been doing it our entire relationship. I want to get your attention, especially if you can't see me. I ain't gonna say, "Hey, you."
I look up, you talking about me? Yeah. But yeah, keep going.
That move, what is it called? That Marina had on Shida.
Oh, that crap.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a standing ankle lock.
And she's standing there in the squatter position, and she's got Shida's ankle trapped underneath her left armpit, and her hands are all tight and her arms are all defined. But she's doing nothing. She just basically got her ankle in a headlock. She's not wrenching, she's not pulling, she's not twisting. She's just holding it there, and she just laying it like she's being killed. I'm like,
your leg ain't moved.
This move is not doing anything. And anybody with two brain cells to rub together can see that.
Yep. It was terrible. And Nyla Rose, who should be winning match after match, has to do the job again. And look, like I keep telling everybody and reminding us, this is a job. This is their job. Do what the boss man say. Yes. But it sucks that the boss man can't see your value. Can't see it.
Refuses to see it.
They had Nyla Rose almost on the forefront of advertising in the early summer for Pride Month.
Mm-hmm. And when Pride Month was over,
She won't wrestling during Pride Month, and when she did, she lost. And then when she would win these little piddly matches for just one piddly match, get to the big match and lose. Like, you know she gonna lose, and lose to someone that, honestly, if it was fresh from the start and she just laid across her body, she shouldn't kick out anyway. It was just terrible how they treat Nyla Rose. And I see why they do it. I understand why they do it. But it's just a form of prejudice. And they're helping the haters.
Yep.
That's all it is. They're just helping the haters hate. Doing their bidding. You can't win. If you win a match, it's going to look unfair because they know all this. So she has to lose every single match. Every single one. And Marina Shafir, who came in like she was an outright fearsome threat, now she's just losing with her.
Yep.
Shafir could have been awesome. But, yep. They did what they did because they don't know what to do with what they got.
And they let Shafir talk.
Yeah, don't let that woman talk.
And then when they gave her a mouthpiece, it was Vicky Guerrero.
Nyla Rose can talk.
Yeah, Nyla can talk.
I ain't gonna say she's some amazing orator, but
she's a damn sight better than Marina Shafir.
Yeah, Nyla Rose can pull you in when she's got to. You believe what she's got to say until you realize her history and her future. You will lose to smaller, weaker, inferior females. That's what you're going to do. This woman is going to lose every match. That's what's going to happen. And I know people don't want to hear all this coming from us, but it's the truth and it sucks. I couldn't have Nyla Rose in my women's division because she'd be winning. You know, she ain't going to win everything, but she's going to be winning.
And it's going to make sense.
Yep.
Win or lose, it's going to make sense.
It's got to make sense. And if she's like, you know, I don't want to train anymore. I'm good where I am. I'm the champion, or I'm just getting all these wins. I'm good. I'll be like, oh, so you don't want to learn anymore? Bye. You're fired. Get going. But I'm in the main event tomorrow. You already advertised it. Hey, you got to go. Bye. I'll find something. Bye. I ain't got time for people that give up. I ain't got time for it. You know, this is my promotion. We got to do this. You don't want to be trained. You're not coachable. You're not teachable. Then you can't be here. If you don't have that standard, then you don't have any standards. And look at how AEW is. That's my rant. We're gonna watch the Nun 2 in a little bit after I get set up online in Final Fantasy 11. See what we can do with this farming. But other than that, yep. This is been Cedric and Cedric for CR Wrestling Commentary. All Elite Wrestling Rampage, even though Dynamite's on the screen, but yeah, it's Rampage. I just didn't change anything. It's all the same anyway. But my bad. I'm sorry. I'll do better next time. So, with that, ciao.